we need to give people a chance to miss us, to see what they're missing.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we got to let some of those friends go by the wayside so they can see how good of a friend we were. Hey, best friend.
Hey, best friend.
All right, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's get into it then. All right, today's episode, we're going to talk about should we stay or should we go in some of these friendships. Not every friendship needs to end, but we're going to get into some things. Like, should you leave, should you stay in some of these scenarios with some of these friendships?
Let's do it.
What is a sign in a friendship that you need to, go?
It's not per se for me. I really don't like to hear people talk about people a lot. Like,
right.
Because we're human, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's a deal breaker for me. Like, if you talking about people all the time, that means you're talking about me too, you know what I mean? Or you can have a word. You can have a word or two to say about me at some point. Even that, people, even if they don't really have nothing to say, they can create stuff to say about you. Or, just make you out to be a person that you're probably not, just because of, like, it could be jealousy. It could just be discomfort you may bring to them because of your success or the people that love you and how they love on you.
Right.
So, me, a deal breaker is, I don't like people talking about people all the time. Like, that's just a red flag.
Every time you pick up the phone, every time I get on the phone with you, you low rating somebody, you running them down in the ground.
I don't like that. Not because it's just like, it could be because it's coming off as you probably jealous or anything like that, because everybody have shortcomings, you know what I mean? So not all the time you have to acknowledge people's shortcomings, because that could easily happen to you, you know what I mean?
Easily be you.
So I feel like a topic shouldn't be about people all the time. Like, we got more to talk about than people. Like,
can we talk about that?
Right.
I'm glad you brought that up. Like, when we get on the phone, can we start discussing something different?
Right.
Other than people,
dislike
each other.
For people, or just discussing people in general. Like, when we get on the phone, we should be,
let's discuss some money moves,
right.
baby. Let's make some money. I want to make some money.
Just chatting about just like what your like life right now, or what's going on with your day, or how's work, or you know what I mean. Just how are you, like, mentally? Like, what's your mental state? Yeah, what your mental state is, and how you really doing? Are you really okay? Like that type of stuff. But if you call in and you're like, oh, this person this, and oh, this person that, oh, this person messing with this person, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't. Like, it's not making me any money. It's not changing my dynamic in the world. So I don't want to hear about it. Like, every now and again,
me. It's not making me nothing. Like, I don't need to hear about it.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, every now and again, you can get a little cackle in,
Every now and then, it's good to have a little tea. It's good to pour a little tea.
Exactly. Yeah. But
every day?
Yeah, burning people down, or, just making people, like, just talking negative all the time. Like, I don't like negativity, and anybody that know me know I'm not a negative person. Like, I'm more of a uplifter and a non-judgmental.
A well-wisher.
Yes, exactly. I want to clap for you. I want to, if you is down right now, I want to help pick you up. You know what I mean?
Let's get on the phone and discuss some strategies on how we can get you back in the game.
Exactly, or in a better mental space, or to be okay with yourself. Because while you're down in these people or something, that other person can probably, go and run and tell that person, and then now y'all going back and forth saying who said what and what said what. Right. Like, no, it's unnecessary.
Right. Do you feel like when people call you with that kind of stuff, it's like a energy exchange? Like, when you get off the phone, like, now you heavy, like, now you feel like drained, you feel weighed down.
Definitely, because that energy is negative. Once you allow negative energy into your space, it just becomes more heavy weight on you. You know what I mean? Or like drama that they just told you or something like that. Now you thinking about like, oh girl, and you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it give you an outlet, and now you want to go tell it to somebody else, and then now you keeping the cycle going instead of like
you spreading it now when you ain't even care about it before, but now you done heard it.
Yeah, and it's so hot, juicy
it's so
tea.
Easy to, just get wrapped up in it, and now you on the phone. Girl, guess what such and such just said?
Right, and so that's why I said it's like I don't care about those things. So yeah, best friend, what's the deal breaker for you?
All right, yeah. So, best friend, a deal breaker for me would be not evolving, not growing. And I think I don't talk about this a lot, but I hate to be the friend in the circle that everybody comes to, or I hate to be like that friend in the circle who is at the top. I want to be in a circle where I can learn from people, like, because if I'm at the top of my friend circle, it's nowhere further for me to go. I'm stuck. I'm kind of like locked in a box because I can only go as high as the people in my circle, because those are the people I'm leaning on and those are the people I'm learning from and growing with. And so I feel like a deal breaker for me is like getting comfortable, getting stagnant, not growing, not evolving in friendships and relationships. I like to grow. I like to level up. I don't like to be stuck in the same place for too long. So I think a deal breaker for me is people who are comfortable with being stagnant, not evolving in friendship, not evolving in life in general. I think that tends to turn me off in friendship.
That's okay. I agree with that. And another thing, like, what are some of your like loyalty issues, like with people, like?
I in my friendships, in my experience, I haven't had loyalty problems, but that's because I vet my friends very well. I don't just let anybody into my friend circles. I don't just call anybody my friend. So I don't really ever have a situation where it's a loyalty issue because I'm a pretty good vetter. I pick up on things quick, and if I don't feel like I can trust you or I don't feel like you loyal, you're not gonna be close to me. So I know it's a lot of social media talk, and you know, people are always talking about, oh, I cut that person off, I let her go, you know, we no longer friends, I had to cut ties. Like, what makes you evolve past a friendship or make you want to cut ties with a person in friendship?
Drama,
too much drama.
Yeah, too much drama. Or you already got an issue, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I feel like that means you're a bad person. I feel like good people don't go through things all the time. You know what I mean? That's like everybody.
Or you like to play victim or something all the time.
And like, I just feel
it's
like.
It's always somebody on you.
Right.
You never
it's
the problem.
Always something. And it's just like, for me, when I think about somebody's always going through something, I just look at it as you're a bad person. Because I feel like it's a spell that, you know, some things might not be going right in your life or whatever, and you're just going through something, and then you're like, everything changes and it's back to your norm because everybody's going to go through something. But when it's always something, it's always, you know, an issue, it's always drama, somebody always lying on you or somebody always calling you out or mentioning you. We too old to deal with all of that type of drama. You know what I mean? We should be way past that. We shouldn't even insert ourselves in certain drama at a certain age because we're not children. We're not in high school. We are grown. Some of us have children. Some of us, you know, even if you don't have children, you should still hold yourself in the standard of, I don't want to be in that mess. I don't want my name attached to that mess. I don't want to be dragged into that, you know, in general, even just having that.
Think whether you like it or not, being attached to certain people, you insert yourself in drama, you know, unwillingly, just by associating with certain people in life. Like, you can be involved in a lot of gossip and drama, and you don't necessarily have to be the person carrying it or entertaining it, but because you hang with a person that's always involved in it, your name is gonna come up.
Right, and that's what I don't like. Yeah. Because I don't like my name in mess, because I don't carry mess, you know what I mean? Yeah. I carry myself in a way of, like, I'm out of drama. I don't care about it. It's not a part of my day-to-day. It's not a part of my world. Like, you know, it just doesn't exist to me. Like, I'm not trying to have drama with people. You know, of course, people are not going to like you sometimes. And that's for whatever reason. Either it's for a man. It's normally always about a man, but that's their personal problem. I don't hate nobody behind no man. I don't know. They're not stopping my sleep or making me feel a way. It's like, you just don't like me.
It's not that serious to you.
Yeah, it's never that serious.
Yeah. So how do we go in friendship about changing these things? Is it something as simple as having a conversation to evolve the friendship? or can the friendship be evolved if they drama filled?
No, I don't feel like it can be because they love that. They thrive from drama. I feel like people that thrive from drama, I don't want to associate myself with.
Okay, so it's a hard no. We got to cut them.
Yes,
it ain't no evolving past.
It's no
this.
evolving
if you
because
always in drama.
Yeah,
it's no.
Yeah, because that's the type of person you is. Because if you didn't like drama, you won't be in it. You know what I mean? You don't want to even sit there and put that on your lap and put that, you know what I mean? Put it in your face because you don't like it. You know, it won't interest you. You know, so I like to be around women where drama do not interest them. You know, like I said, like we both said, every now and again you get a little tea on your table and you sip it or whatever, and that's it.
And you move past it.
But to carry that drama and just keep up with, who's messing with who, or I don't care. You know what I mean? Where's the money at?
Yeah.
That's not where the money resides. You scaring the money away because it's always an issue with you, you know. And if you going out with people and they're always in stuff, what you gonna be in? You gonna be in the same stuff because it's like one band, one sound. You know what I mean? So if they get into it, you're gonna be getting into it. And I got a lot to lose. I have a career,
I got tons to lose.
Right.
So I can't even be. I have to be very cautious of the people I associate with because I've worked very hard.
Exactly.
To get where I am, and one wrong move, one false association with a person can backtrack me or throw me off course, and
all the hard work.
All the hard work that I've done,
going down
and
the drain.
I'm not willing to let that
Exactly.
happen.
So that's why I don't associate myself with drama, and I feel like that is a deal breaker because you can cause me to lose everything that I have worked hard for, and I don't want that to go down the drain because I put in blood, sweat, and tears into becoming who I am today.
All right, best friends. So we've been talking about, deal breakers and things that we don't want to put up with in friendship. What are some tactics or some strategies that we can use to evolve some of these friendships instead of ending them in like making it a deal breaker? What can we do to salvage or, move past having to cut ties with some of these people? What strategies can we use?
I feel like it's all in the person you choose to be a friend with. And because, like I said, it's a deal breaker with me with drama. Like, it's no rekindling that because that's just who you are. It's not you creating that person. That's just what you like.
But you know what, friend? I think maybe it can be salvaged if you go back and you communicate with that friend and let them know, like, hey, let's set some new boundaries. Like, don't call me every day, gossiping with drama. That's not what I'm on. That's not what I want to hear every day. Like, you don't think you can call up your friend and set a hard boundary for them, and then if they not adhere to it, then okay, yeah, maybe cut them off. But you don't think that if you call up your friend and communicate, like, hey, I don't want to talk about drama all day or every day when you call me. Can we change the subject? Can we focus on something else when we talk?
I feel like 9 out of 10, that's all they know or something, or that's all they kind of interested in. And some people mindsets, it's just that, you know what I mean? And it's not saying that you can't evolve from that, but I've noticed over the years that people that is in drama, that's like that, it's a lifestyle for them. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just a right now, I can just, talk about this because it becomes boring. Now I don't know what to talk about. Because if they're not talking about somebody else in their lives, they don't have nothing to talk about. Because I feel like, too, that's hiding behind their own insecurities. So they're so scared for people to call them out on what's wrong with them or what's going on with them that they can discuss other people and bring down other people and just be a negative person. So for me, I just don't want to be around that type of drama, or I don't feel like they have any involving in them. And that's probably not then at that time frame. Maybe they might meet another friend, and just because they learned from a lost friend from me, right, they can probably not do that with the next friend. But I just not that person that I want to deal with that, because I take in things like,
right, and you hold stuff, right, you carry things,
draining to me.
Yeah, it becomes draining. Okay, I can get that. I just kind of feel like communication is everything, and I kind of feel like if I can come to you and I can talk to you about the things that you've been doing that I'm not pleased with in the friendship, I think if you can, listen and hear me out and take constructive criticism, I think we can evolve past it. But you got to be willing. Both parties have to be willing to do the work to move past it, if that makes sense. If if you want something, you'll work hard for it. That's anything in life. If you want it, you'll work hard.
And I get it, but it's just like I said, some friendships is worth salvaging, and some are just not. And like I said, that's just like if you go back from like friends we may have had or whatever, or just friends you may have had that you no longer speak with, and it was just like drama, right. Or them changing out friends all the time. I feel like
I actually have a friend who's come back to me recently and wanting to salvage the relationship. We had a bad falling out, like to the point where we were about to be like come to blows, like fight. And I pulled up on her and her mom, and we were like face to face about to fight. Like the police was called and everything. We said some horrible things to each other, but I noticed that with that friendship, when we fell out, even though we fell out, we didn't discuss the way we fell out with people, and it didn't hit the internet. And so recently I've seen her in passing, and she has apologized and told me that, some of the things that I told her in the heat of the moment was right. And like that, she apologized. And I don't think I'm there yet, but I wouldn't say that I'll never be open to possibly hearing her out or salvaging the friendship, because I can tell that she misses our friendship. And she wasn't a bad friend. She was she was a good friend, but things just went left. And, once you're in the middle of things, it's coming at you fast, and y'all throwing things out there. And, in friendship, in battle, you're not trying to, you're not thinking about the harsh things that you're saying. You more so trying to win the battle. You're trying to win the fight or the argument or whatever, you have. And so I think once we had time to like sit down and cool off,
I feel like as years pass, honestly, I feel like it takes time. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do agree with it do take time. And that's because, like you said, she was a good friend. Right. Like if she was a drama fight and just always kept me and stuff, it's easy to walk away. Right. But if it was somebody that was a good friend and y'all got into a disagreement amongst each other and things escalated, that's different because it didn't blowout. Right. It wasn't a big blowout, even though it was a big blowout.
Nobody knew but
exactly
us. Yeah.
But you and whoever else was around.
Right.
So I don't find that as you can't probably rekindle that once you kind of, maybe our friendship probably not be the same as it was, but it could be a cordial vibe, or y'all could probably have lunch and talk to hang out sometimes or whatever.
I definitely think that if we do go back down that path, that we would have to redefine the friendship. We would definitely have to come back to the table and sit down and redefine the friendship for what it's going to be moving forward. What are we going to do different? How are we going to go about this? And we would have to really sit down and communicate what we were looking for. If we were to move forward in the friendship, we would definitely have to redefine it.
Oh, okay, I agree.
With some friends, it's easier to tell that the friendship needs attention. But with some friends, I think some friends can bottle it up where you don't know that they're actually
feeling
a void. Yeah. But I think with other friends, instantly, like they start to, do things that are out of the ordinary, like
move funny.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, girl, I know you ain't over there trying to be fake.
Yeah, like, or shady or something.
Shady.
Throw shade.
Yeah.
They will throw a little shade.
Yeah, I feel like.
Or make a little Instagram little stories or something.
A little sneak diss.
Let's sneak diss.
Everybody slide in a little sneak diss on you on the gram. You're like, oh, I know she wasn't talking about me. Yeah, so that's when you kind of can tell when a friend needs, a little maintenance. Y'all might need to plan a little girls' night or a little powwow, sit down and hash it out.
Yeah, I agree.
Some people hide things well, too. Some people bottle things up. So, it's all about just calling and checking in and with your friends and making sure y'all on the same page.
I feel like I could probably bottle stuff up because I'll be like, I don't be want to bring nothing up if it ain't that serious. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
but you should bring it up because if you thought about it, it's that serious.
Right. I do agree with that now. I feel like I am, you know, coming into that era of myself to know that like I need to say something. Because if I don't say nothing, I feel like it's a strain. Later on,
might go into a bigger
issues. That's why I said it'd be a strain on me because I feel like, dang, I should have said something. And like you said, I feel like all friendships should have a floor of communication without judgment, without it being criticized as, oh, why you feel like this, or like getting upset with each other. Like we should be able to come and communicate and say how we feel without it blowing up.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so, like I said, certain friends, you will know instantly, honey. You get that they start being shady. They may do you a little sneak diss post one time on the gram. And you're like, oh, okay, she fell away.
Yeah, you'll catch the fly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how do you navigate through friendships? Like, you know how some friends want your sole attention, and even though you have other friends, how do you navigate through having multiple friendships?
You know what? I learned that all my friends can't hang out together. So some of my friends can hang out together. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them will get together and mesh really well. But some of my friends, I got to hang out with them one-on-one. And I know who those friends are. I know those friends that require extra attention. They slightly needy, you know. And so if I'm gonna be their friend, I already know that about them. So I'm going to just put in the time on the side to make sure that we keep that in order.
Okay, well, what about like the jealousy part of it? Like one of your friends might be jealous of a friendship that you might have with another friend. Like how do you navigate through that?
Right. So I can't help you when it come to jealousy because that's a you thing. That's not a me thing. You know, so I can't really navigate that for you. That's going to be something the friend has to navigate for themselves, but I will let them know that I'm picking up on it. Like, oh, you being kind of like shady towards such and such. You know, what's that about?
Right.
And then I'll kind of leave it upon them to, you know, clear the air or, you know, shut it down. But just letting them know, like, that's not what we doing.
Right.
You my friend, she my friend. You know, we gonna have to figure this out, or, you know, I'm not getting in that. Like, I'm not doing that. We're not gonna be with the sneak dissing my friend or, you know, being shady towards my friend. I'm a friend of her and I'm a friend of you.
Yeah, but okay, so how if it got out of control, like how do you like fix it?
We're gonna put it on the floor, baby. We got to come to a round table. You need to hash it out because that's not something that I can decide for you. You know, my friends are their own persons. I can't tell them who to like and who not to like. Yeah, so that's going to be something that they have to come to terms with on their own. You know, I can't do anything about that. I can let them know how I feel about it. And then now if they don't adhere to the boundaries that I put in place for my other friends, and when it comes to that, then that's a me and them problem. Okay. But as long as they adhere to the boundaries that I've set with the friendships, then we should be fine. All right, guys, we are gonna play a game. The game is called End or Evolve, and we're gonna hold up flags based on whether the friendship will end or evolve or will proceed with caution in the friendship. So the green flag is gonna be for evolve the friendship. The red flag is going to be for end the friendship. And then the yellow flag will be for proceed with caution. All right, let's throw some ideas and scenarios out here, friend. You want to start or you want me to start?
You can go ahead.
All right. So we're at a party and I see your man flirting and I'm present. I'm in there. I see him flirting. He with a girl. And we leave the party, but I don't tell you. Your man come and tell you. Are we going to end this friendship or are we going to evolve it? I'm at a party. I see your dude. He flirting. He putting the moves down.
I'm going to throw in a mutual about it. Only because sometimes when people come back and tell you tea about your man, now we into it. You know what I mean? So I feel like you should know what type of man you already have, or you know that, he a flirter. He be doing stuff. You know what I mean? And like, so I just feel like not all the time, some people can perceive that as they're doing you a favor or something like that. So I'ma just stay in a mutual spot, and I feel like, yes, you should have came back and told me, but I can understand you wanting to stay out of it because, one, they could tell where the tea came from, and then that just creates a heavier space because now your boyfriend don't want you to be around that girl or your friend or whatever the case may be. But I don't know. I feel like she should tell me the tea now. Drop it on me.
Oh, best friend. I'm gonna have to go red flag on this.
Yeah, that's what
I'm throwing out the red flag simply because if I see your man at a function as your best friend and he's flirting, I'm definitely gonna roll up on him and let him know that I see him, number one. And I'm gonna let him know that he's on a deadline to tell you before I tell you, what's up. So I'm gonna give him like, okay, you got, a couple of hours, but you need to go tell my homegirl what's up. Or, I'm gonna be calling her and let her know what's up.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm in a mutual space because, like I said, some women can hold it against you, just like thinking you trying to break up their relationship, or you might be too hard. Maybe they were just chatting. You know how some girls make so many excuses for men that it can backfire on you. So that's why I'm in
sure it can. I've been in situations where it has backfired or it can backfire. But if you my friend, your loyalty lies with me. Why are you trying to save, my boyfriend by not telling me? Like, just tell me. Just, you feel me? We friends. Drop the news, because eventually he's gonna do it again. And then,
I agree.
If I find out about it, I think that's how we get into arguments with girls. Because if I find out about it, then I'm gonna be stepping to you like, oh, were you at that party? Did you see this? And then you tell me, oh yeah, I was there. I seen him. Well, why you ain't tell me?
Yeah, it depends on the friend. Now, at this point, I'm going to say it depends on the friend or something like that, because you know the type of friend that'll probably perceive it as a hatred, or as you just trying to break it up, or if it's my best friend, I'm going to him first, and I'm already like probably in my rah-rah vibes, because it's like, what are you doing? Right. You ain't see me here? You don't see me standing here, and you trying to be disrespectful? I don't like that. Right. Like, so already I'm probably on the phone with you already, like, you ain't gonna believe, you know what I mean? Get on down here, like, so we can have the business, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. But just like, a homegirl, it's just you gotta be a little on the iffy side about telling them. Yeah. Because I just feel like if my best friend don't come tell me she seen my man. Oh no, you didn't say best friend. You just said a friend. So it's a loyalty discussion that needs to be happening, because who are you loyal to? Is it him or is it me? Yeah, because you holding secrets for him now? No. If you're saying if it's a best friend, I'm already stepping to him, and I'm already got you on the phone, and I'm already chatting and saying, I don't know who old girl is, but they a little too chatty and they a little too friendly. So I'm already in defense mode. I'm ready to battle about it and get to it without you even being there, because what are you doing? Yeah, because I just feel like if it's like it represents me as your friend. Like, if I see that as a best friend, I'm going in about it. I have a problem. Yeah, because I just feel like if you don't come back and tell me that, now we got trust issues. Now I can't trust you. Yeah. Because what else have you not told me? Right, I agree. But like I said, as a homegirl, I might stay out of their business. Okay, I get it. So as a homegirl, you gonna throw up the yellow flag. You gonna proceed with caution. Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna proceed with caution, because like I said. But as a best friend, you got to. I'm going. I'm at the door. Like, hey, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, I'm already on the phone. Like, ooh, best friend. Yeah. Oh, boy, playing, and I don't like that. I'm going over there. Like, I'm already over there. Like, what are you doing? Like, and just like getting all in the area. Okay. All right, best friend. So the consensus on this situation: are we ending the friendship, or are we evolving the friendship if this happens? So if it's my best friend, I'm telling the tea. And so we're gonna evolve. We're gonna evolve. Yeah. But if it's a homegirl, like I said, I might mind my business depending on how she is as a person. Okay. Like, and I just, if we gotta end it, we just gotta end it. So I'll throw it, you know what I'm saying? Because it'll go both ways. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
You could take the man's side, and he'll probably be like, "Oh, I wasn't talking to that girl,"
Right.
and then just have you at odds in both ways.
Right.
So it might be good for me to throw in the red flag.
My final is I'm gonna throw in the red flag. We're gonna have to end this, because if I can't trust you to tell me small things like that, I'm gonna be weary about what else you holding back from me, or what else you haven't told me, or information that you're withholding. So,
yeah, I feel definitely, like I said, like my best friend, I'm definitely gonna tell it. I'm definitely gonna speak up. But like I said, these homegirls, it's just like, not saying that I don't hold them high and dear to me.
Right.
It's just like, you my homegirl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you my homegirl. Like, we could be cool today, tomorrow we might never speak again, because like I said, some people are for a now, and some people are for a little bit later, and some people ain't just gonna be around next year or a couple months down. You have sometimes those fun girls to hang out with, and y'all have a good time.
Seasonal
friends, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right. Our next scenario. We just started dating a guy. We dating him. We call our friend. We hype. You know how we be after we done on our dates. We hype.
Oh, it's a nice tender piece.
Yes. we talking that talk, and then your friend just get on the phone. She dry. She blah. She like, oh, you went out with him? Oh, that's who you talk to? You know how they do.
Yeah.
Are you gonna end the friendship? Or are you gonna evolve the friendship? Or are you gonna proceed with caution?
I think I can end the friendship. Yeah, because I feel like you gotta celebrate you know what I'm saying? If he's a bad guy and you already know him, it's a difference. But if it's a guy you don't know, you haven't even given him a chance, and you're just being dry or whatever, and even if it is the mood, I don't feel like people have moods like that, because when you get on the phone and you sound excited, I'm excited too. I'm like, ooh, what? Tell me more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's somebody they just feel like, oh, she just met somebody. Now it's like a jealousy or something like that. Yeah. So I can take that as, oh, you throwing shade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or, you hating.
You're
like,
not happy for me.
You're not happy for me. You know what I mean? I could have been, like, your friend could have been single for years or something, and she finally found somebody that she is happy about. Give her that moment. Don't take it away from her.
Right.
So I feel like it's a red flag for me, because you're not celebrating those moments. You just being a Debbie Downer.
Okay. Okay, on this one, I'm going to go proceed with caution. I'm going to proceed with caution for the simple fact that maybe you having a bad day. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you having a bad day. Maybe you don't feel well, or, something like that, because my friends are going to be happy for me. This is what I'm thinking in my head. My friend going to be happy for me. So maybe she just having an off day. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt at first. But if this is something that continues, that you keep coming back doing over and over, then I'm going to have to end the friendship.
Okay, that's understandable, but
all right, so
I just feel like,
so let's wrap it up, friend. What's your final?
I need you to act like
you waving at you.
Yeah, I need you to act like this is that. You know what I mean? Because I be happy for people. Yeah. I be really overjoyed about people, and if they telling me some good stuff, and they like, ooh, girl, he took me out. Yeah. He spoiled me down.
Excited.
Yeah, exactly. He spoiled me down. Yeah. He opened the door for me. He just was a perfect gentleman. You know what I mean?
Be genuinely happy
exactly.
For your friend.
You're gonna be happy, but when they throw out that, because I feel like sometimes if your friend not in that space, or I use this as a homegirl scenario. Yeah. I feel like if a homegirl is not in that space, sometimes they could have that hatred towards you. So I might just want to just already been peeping at that hatred that you showing, and I just might be at that point. I'm tired. I don't want to even deal with it, because now I'm sharing some good news, and I'm finally telling you about a man, and you just over here giving me shade. Yeah. You know what I mean? You being dry. Like why are you acting that way? You know what I mean? So I don't like that.
I'm gonna communicate with my friend and see where her head at. I'm gonna check in with her. Okay, was you was feeling okay that day? I'm gonna get in her head and see what's going on.
I think we should say either they a homegirl or they a friend. Cause you know, sometimes, like I said, you can't have a bad day, but I just don't see my friend doing that. Like I see my friend as always being like, oh, tell me more. Like they want to be engaged in that. Like, you know, I feel like like I said, if it's some of them homegirls, if they're not in that same space as you, they can give you trash reactions.
Yeah. Okay, so you standing on it. You gonna end the friendship.
I'm out.
Okay. I think this will be a situation where I proceed with caution.
But so with the homegirl or a friend,
with the homegirl or a friend, I'm gonna give both of them the benefit of the doubt, and we gonna proceed with caution. But if this is something that continues with you and it becomes a pattern, then I'm gonna have to end the friendship. All right. So the next question, next scenario, the one-sided chat. Like
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like
best
it.
friend, you ain't even let me get it out. The one-sided chat.
Cause that's one of my things that I just hate. Like somebody just only want to know your tea and they never say nothing or something like that. Like, is we friends or is we cool?
They call and they can listen to everything you got to say, but they don't never got nothing to say.
Is we cool or we ain't? That's all. Where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? I really find that. Like, what's up?
So at that point,
because some people are private.
That? Yeah,
some people are private, and I can get that. And like I said, I am a private person. Like I'm not, but I'm also an open book.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially with my friends. Like I don't want to proceed with caution with my friends. I want to be able to openly talk about things with my friends, and I feel like my friends should have that same floor to speak to me about things that whatever it is. Like it should never be one-sided. That I have to sit there and be blowing up the phone or keep talking, and you ain't said a word. You steady trying to keep your little stuff like, you know what I'm saying?
You keeping your stuff bottled in, but I done told you my whole life story on this call.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I'm gonna proceed with caution.
You're gonna proceed with caution.
Yeah, I'll probably say because like maybe she is a little private and she just not as open as I am because I know I could be more so as an open book to my friends or whatever, but if you trying to be just give me all your tea and you don't give me nothing back, or like you just feeling like or if you feel like you might not trust me, we shouldn't even be friends. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm gonna be thinking in my head. That's why I'm gonna proceed with caution.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, okay, so does she not trust
me? Are we really friends? Like that's why I said like I'm an overthinker, so I'm gonna be thinking like we might not be that cool as I thought. So that's why I said I might push back, or I might just. Like, what's up? Like, I might say something, but like, I'm not a communicator person to be to express like, okay, this is what's going on. This is what. Sometimes I don't look at those friendships as relationships. I feel like, and even with a relationship, I just started being able to openly communicate about things that bother me or certain things that can go on in a relationship. So I feel like as I mature, I'm more so now can have those talks and have that communication, that line of communication.
Right. Okay. All right. I get it. So we both agree. We can evolve the situation, but we going to proceed with caution.
Definitely, because, girl, what?
All right. For the last scenario, social media drama. Let's say, for instance, me and you, we get into something behind the scenes. Nobody know we're into it. But then the next day you get a screenshot from a mutual friend saying, hey, is such and such talking about you? Are you going to end the friendship? It depends on
what was said. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Okay, so you're saying if you said it or just like a friend said it? Like,
so me and you get into it. We exchange words, but nobody knows we've exchanged words because we did it, verbally to one another in private. But then I go on social media and I make an Instagram post about the beef we had private, and somebody screenshots my post and say, hey, is Vernika talking about you in this post?
It's giving red flag. It's giving red flag because like it just really depends on what was said.
Right.
And like, you know, like I said, I don't like when other people can have an opinion about me, like, and they not even in it.
Yeah.
Like that would like really take me to another level. And that could probably make me cry, or you know what I'm saying, really hurt my feelings or whatever. So I feel like if I get to that point, like I'm good.
Right.
You know, it probably takes some years or whatever to rekindling things.
Right.
But I think I'm out. I think I'm out, because why would you do that? Like, you know, you giving people a floor to have an opinion about me when there was something that was so private and we could have, you know, potentially hashed it out.
Right. Okay.
And then now other people going to know that we had a beef or something like that.
Right.
So how would
and
you
they're
feel?
going to want to know about it.
Right.
Okay, so I agree with you with, you know, it depends on what was said.
Right. If you drop T, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like if you went to giving the book the IG or social media what they looking for, I can't, because like I said, you know a lot, and it's like,
yeah, I think this would be on a case by case basis.
I think that you know what, like I said, I think it'll be in the mutual, because I feel like depending on what was said, if you just said something like general, something like, oh, you know, friends could be, you know how they could make those like posters or whatever and kind of be more general than direct. Then I might you know, very much so rekindle and we can get through it. But if you dropping real gems.
Yeah.
Like my eyes would be so big. I would be shocked. I ain't gonna lie. Like I would just be so like outdone that I would just shut down. Like that would be a complete shutdown for me.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, so I just feel like depending on what was said is gonna determine whether I end the friendship or not. Because like you said, if it was something just general that can be made to go towards anybody.
Like a little petty, like we just got into it. And I'd be like, oh, friends ain't shit. Or
yeah, that's something petty. I could brush that off. I could move past that. But if you go on there and put like the business, I can't I can't respect you after that, because like
you broke my trust. You know what I mean? So now I can't tell you anything. Now I just can't.
I'm gonna be second guessing a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna be comfortable.
And once I take the comfortable feeling out, I just don't even want to be a friend no more, because I feel like you should be able to be comfortable and open with your friends. That's why I don't like the one-sided thing, because I feel like you should be able to you know, be able to tell your friend any and everything without judgment or without them feeling away. It should just be an open floor. Like a friendship is like a sisterhood. Like you will bicker and nag with your sister, but you ain't finna go.
You ain't gonna let nobody else talk about your sister. I can talk about my sister
all I want
as much as I want, but baby, the minute you step in, put your 2 cents, hold down,
or really go in too deep. Now it's like, okay, you doing,
you
like,
taking it too far.
You taking it far. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. So it's like you can get into little battles with your sister or something and not always agree. So that's how I feel about it. But when you go to like dropping tea and saying hurtful things, and especially as a real friendship, you know, on social media to let everybody know, and they know they talking about you, because if they know y'all so close, and like with me and you, if I go get on there and I just go to making statements, people gonna know I'm talking about you. You know what I mean? Because I don't have a whole lot of friends that I'm around all the time, so they're gonna immediately know it's Vernika she talking about, and they're gonna send it to you, and then you know what I mean. And that's just like even if somebody didn't like you, or one of my friends or associate made her feel the way, they got a flow to chime in. Oh, I remember this time she said this, and it could have been, we wasn't even probably that cool, but now she bringing it up, and now I feel like, oh my God, now it's like,
now it's gonna spill out into something that it didn't even have to go this far. Because if we would have kept these people out of our business,
that's just like a relationship. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you should get on social media and bash your
spouse
partner
or your significant other.
You know, I feel like you keep it in house. Or if you gonna talk to your friends, you drop it on your friends, and like that's it. You know what I mean?
Because once you share that information with your friend, then they have an opinion about it. And so it's hard for me to pull back after if you call me and tell me your boyfriend did something to you, it might be easy for you to forgive him, but it might take me a little longer to forgive him or move past it, because it's like, oh, you did that to my friend? Like,
that's why I said only time that I'm not really like getting it. Like I'm getting in the business if like it's like physical.
Right.
I don't like him at all. Like, just keep him from away from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what we gotta draw the
it's like
line.
all that, like constantly cheating or something like that. I don't want him around me. I don't want to even talk about him for real, because if you take him back, it's just like that's your choice.
Yeah.
But if it's like petty things or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't got nothing to say about it or whatever, because you know, we just venting. You know, it's just a venting floor. Right. So you know, that's how I look at that.
All right, best friend. Let's kick it off. Like, what tips can we give our audience on, you know, friendship survival? What advice can we give them if they're at like the crossroads of a friendship? They've been trying to make this thing work. It hasn't been working. What advice or what tips can we give to them to maybe evolve the friendship, or, you know, be okay with ending the friendship?
I feel like at that point you should be okay with ending the friendship, because you keep trying. You know what I mean? Like, you keep trying. Like, where's the evolve point? Because like I said, sometimes people don't want to evolve or do better. And like I said, after some times of communication and you're telling that person, like, hey, you're doing this, I don't like it, you know. When, like, they keep crossing boundaries, and I feel like crossing boundaries is a big thing, and I feel like you shouldn't have to tell people your boundaries. Like, we're not children. We shouldn't. You don't have to say, "Oh, don't keep popping your hand." Like, let me keep popping you. Like, you're not a toddler or something like that. You should be able to be grown enough to know boundaries not to cross, and you know, things to not to do, things to not say out your mouth. Like, I don't like those joking jokes or whatever. You know how
those jokes where they not really
joking, but they say they joking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, and they laugh it off with, right. I was just joking.
Yeah, so
you wasn't joking.
You wasn't joking. Like, I don't like that type of stuff. So those boundaries like that, if they getting crossed and they're coming off as jokes, I kind of don't want to be around. Yeah. So I feel like with others, once you see that a person is crossing boundaries and it continues to cross boundaries, I feel like maybe you should just end the friendship or just distance yourself, because sometimes, you know, a distance can get people to see or to call you at a later date to say, hey, I noticed that we gotten distant. You know, is anything I've done? What? You know, what's going on? Is anything I could fix or something like that? And then you can put everything on the table. But at that moment, sometimes it can go out of control and get heated.
So what I'm hearing from you is sometimes we need to give people a chance to miss us, to see what they're missing.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we got to let some of those friends go by the wayside so they can see how good of a friend we were.
I agree. Yes, I totally agree. That's why I'm going
give them
with
a little time and space.
That's me. That's my life. Like, I'm going to give you your time, and we're going to see if we can come back to this table. And if not, that's fine.
Right.
But
we don't got to be enemies.
We don't got to be enemies.
Because we grown, we mature. We can just agree to not disagree. You know, we cool, but stay over there.
Stay over there. You know what I mean? I'm staying over here. You stay over there, because I don't feel like you don't fit me.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Okay. All right, best friends. Well, you heard it, honey. Sometimes you got to give these girls a little space. Let them marinate.
Yes.
Anything else before we wrap, best friend? Anything you want to say to the people?
No. All I should say is, know when to cut them off.
Know when to end, baby.
Know when to end. Like, you know, and like I said, everything doesn't need an end, but sometimes you just got to let it go, or at least give it distance.
Give it distance. Give it time.
Give it time. Give it time to heal. Just like I said, you know, with your friend, you know, you just got to give it time to heal. It's been years.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure she really, really truthfully sorry.
Right. Yeah, she's expressed that. And so now I'm just, like I said, we got to come to the point where we need to sit down and redefine the friendships. Don't be scared to go back in and sit at the table and say, hey, this is where we went wrong last time. When we get on track this time, these are the things that, you know, the boundaries that can't be crossed in the friendship. And so redefining the friendship, that's another tool, guys, in the survival friendship kit. Learn how to get together with your friends and sit down and redefine those friendship boundaries and lines. Use
your better judgment. Know when to make it a deal breaker and when to kind of rekindle things, because like she said, some things can be rekindled. But I feel like when you go on social media and you drop real tea and you say real business, I feel like a lot of times that should be really ended, because the respect level is lost.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Same time, same friendship.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
best friends.